These are some of the early videos of the engine under construction. This was followed with some steam tests using an A3 tender. So with oil and water on board, it's now time for a run. The safety valves are lifting, we have pressure, let's go. Now with most of the work completed, just a few more steam tests before we could paint the body. Let me show you some of the features on this engine that I've added. One is the oiling system. You can oil these engines now with them in full steam. As you can see here, the safety valves are lifting and I'm filling the oil tank inside the loco without having to remove any screws or lose any steam pressure. And then whack open the regulator and we're off again. The other change was to the flashing indicator light inside the firebox. I'll explain this in a little more detail. With the engine at rest, the light is very dim, but if you look closely you'll notice it flashes bright for a second. At this point, steam has entered the cylinders and the engine will move off. A much more accurate way of driving these engines than the original idea. Let's look again here at this close-up shot. Ignore all the flashing. What you're looking for is a moment when the light gets very bright. Just then. You might also notice that as the light got brighter, the wheels started to turn. Watch these 2 points again, this time in slow motion, and see if you can spot the light and the wheels turn at the same time. Now the engine is painted green and lined out and given the name Sir Francis Drake 851. Now I will prepare the engine for a few runs. Fill in the tender with water. Then fill in the oil tank with some steam oil. So now we hook some carriages up and see how it pulls them. We're going to need full boiler pressure for this. Running the engine at different speeds, it's quite a nice little thing to drive. Looks quite realistic at slow speed. Just like old Mansell's design, this engine runs for 40 minutes on a tank load of water, so it covers quite a bit of ground. Maybe because of this, it's an idea to stop it now and again and just add a bit more oil. It stops and starts quite nicely. Using my radio control system, I'll show you it pulling up just before the tunnel. So that's 851 Sir Francis Drake.